up, guys? So,
10 minutes.
yeah, well,
This is
quick
11.
10-minute one. This is basically like,
Yeah. 15 minutes.
basically to say what it was because it was a weird debut because I was excited about the fighter, but he
Yeah.
fought somebody from Home Depot.
From Home Depot. So we're talking about who? Usyk. And
Usyk!
Usyk.
Usyk, I sick, everybody sick.
Crucero del peso. In 3, 2, 1, LongLiveBoxing en vivo. Siempre aquí con Manny.
Sean Hicks.
Hopper. Breaking it down like it is. Like it should be. Bringing more boxing into your ears.
Ow, baby, it feels so good. Don't
It feels
stop.
phenomenal with F. PH, too complicated for me.
Whoa.
Indeed.
That got a little weird, but I like it.
Man.
All right, so quick shout out to everybody listening.
Indeed. Welcome if you're a new fan of boxing. If you're not, welcome on board too as well. We want you. We need you. Share.
Absolutely,
subscribe,
absolutely.
whatever. Just like us. Say something.
So many different please. So many different storylines going on in boxing.
Indeed.
I mean, you know, people getting in car wrecks. You have all kinds of different narratives. We talk about the politics. We hate it, but it's a part of the boxing.
It's part of it.
The
Makes it interesting.
judges. But then you have the potential. There's the divisions for a reason. You
Yeah.
have people moving up and people moving down. We have a situation where a guy who's clearly dominated his division, Oleksandr Usyk, made his
Ucraniano.
absolutely made his debut as the heavyweight division, and I was so excited for this fight.
Oh,
all right,
goodness.
at first,
At first.
At
and
first.
then
What happened?
Poor
and he-
Witherspoon.
well, then there was a couple issues, quite a bit actually. They had to rename his opponent like 3 times, for various reasons. He ended up fighting my my main man from Home Depot. Shout out.
Chazz
Witherspoon.
with a spoon.
The Witherspoon, baby. All right, so couple things there. All right, so one thing I will say, and no disrespect, because respect all fighters, that on short notice,
Absolutely.
he actually impressed me. He was a lot more imposing than I anticipated. Another thing about Chazzy was he was big as hell. All right,
Yeah.
like we said, you can't fake size. 249, big whopper with cheese, baby.
Well, I mean, you
Double
can't,
whopper.
you can't take it away.
Yes.
38 wins, 29 knockouts with 4 losses.
Yeah, he's
That's
definitely
huge.
got, and he was coming in on 7 fight win streak in 8 years.
Yeah, even though like the whole time when well, I mean, hey, a win streak's a win streak,
Yeah,
right?
It's a
So,
winning streak.
even though it looked like they had to kind of wake him up during the post interview, because he was so laid
Yeah.
back.
His eyes were
That guy is chilling.
his chill mode.
Did
But
he?
you know
had
what-
Did he had a couple of cervezas before the fight?
Maybe.
Man, I think he had an
maybe
IV.
Something else.
Oh, rumors. But no. All right. So here's the thing, though. When they fought, what I was looking for is that same crisp, beautiful combinations, the slick
Yeah.
boxing from Usyk. I did see it, but also what I wanted to see, guys, what I was concerned about, and Chazz did deliver, is how would he handle a big punch from a big fighter,
And he
took it
a
well.
true heavyweight, and he took it well.
He took it well.
I will say this though, he was a lot more marked up than I anticipated as far as like how he looked, and that's another thing. Chazz,
Chazz took-
Home
Chazz
Depot
took-
MVP.
He took this fight on what? 6 days notice?
I think like
5 days
6-minute notice.
Yeah, 6 minutes
They-
notice.
they
told
told
him.
No, before the
Before
fight.
the
Hey,
fight
can you come out
started.
here?
Can you get out the stands, please? Can you put on these
Yeah.
trunks?
Yeah, I just started on the gym today.
And it shows.
He was probably at home eating some
Chilling.
chicken.
Yeah.
Gotta
No,
have it.
shout out
What?
to
You want me to
Chazz.
fight? Who? This
Wings.
weekend? All right,
Nah, man, I
sign
already
me
got
up.
my-
Yeah.
I'm
How much
eating
are you
already.
paying me? Okay. And Chazz even said it after the fight that the thing that I noticed or that made me raise my eyebrow a little bit is that Chazz Witherspoon said that he wasn't necessarily hurt. He was just tired. He was just fatigued.
Well, he hadn't
he-
fought since November
he
last
was
year when
tired.
he lost
And when-
the title against Tony Bellamy.
And when I
he
fought,
lost the title fight.
when I found out that it was Chazz Witherspoon, he got worked by Seth Mitchell, the ex Michigan State turned college football player turned
Yeah.
boxer. That was his last loss before Usyk. I don't know. I knew what this was. It was a debut fight for Usyk.
showcase.
But there were
I think it
some
was.
good guys out there that they probably could have matched them up with.
I thought so too. That was my thought.
My guy Joey Devechko would
Yeah,
have
could've been a good
given
one.
a great fight.
All the time, every
absolutely.
time. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it for me. When you have a situation, you can't say it's a lose because obviously we got a chance to see him take a punch, got to display his skills. Man, I hate to say it because I am high as hell on Usyk. I am overdosing.
Cruiserweight king.
Cruiserweight king.
Cruiserweight king.
Domination, total domination.
Wasn't impressed.
Not for a heavyweight.
Well,
For
it's his first
heavyweight.
fight at heavyweight, and did you see how strong he looked? The difference? Did you see the before picture and after picture?
Well, that's another thing too. Like with
I
the
know he
cruiserweight-
gained a lot of weight, but he's got a lot of mass. He took punch well. I don't think he's ready for an immediate fight
And
against.
speaking
Ruiz
of mass, you know,
Uh-oh.
he can. If you put on too much mass, what could happen? Look at
Sluggish.
AJ and Anthony Joshua had a lot of
Yeah.
mass. Keyword
He's skinny.
He's-
But did you
he's
see
slimming down,
Did you
baby.
see Ruiz mass now?
They are both
He
slim.
stopped. Yeah, he don't
and
got no more
he's
belly.
the mandatory for those guys.
Yeah.
So how do you feel
That's
about
the
that?
interesting thing about that. Just one fight and you're mandatory.
Well, the thing about it is that especially a unified champion, when they move up as a champion, I know certain organizations will declare them the mandatory as their, especially if they're moving up. I know WBC does that.
Right.
If you were a champion on the lower division and you move up, they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna put you in the mandatory slot. So, yeah, and they asked him who would he fight, who would he rather fight, and he no hesitation, he picked AJ. And,
Now,
Immediately.
What did you think about that? Because I wouldn't say I was surprised, but everything's calculated, right? Are they saying it because of ability to defeat, or notoriety? Because you never know what their angle is, or maybe they're
he
being
probably
advised.
just wants, maybe he wants, I don't know.
Is there any? I don't know. Is there beef in there between them two?
No, I don't
Is there-
think so. No, I don't sense that. I don't sense any animosity between them. I think he's definitely looking for a payday because AJ is the other he was the other cash cow on the other side of the
Not
of the
anymore.
pond. Andy Ruiz now he can probably bring in some fans. I think that's probably what his angle is.
Especially
I
30
think
million.
Andy Ruiz though is all wrong for Usyk because Andy has hands and he can fight.
Yeah.
And he's
Right.
bigger.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
tell
he's
you
big.
what. I've seen him lately in a lot of different.
Slim down,
he's as slim down. He is as fast. We talked before even the fight. He was a fast puncher,
Fast
boxer.
hands.
Fast hands. But man, is he looking really good? I can't
Mhm.
wait.
Are you guys worried about that though? Because this is from a fat guy, right? Is he gonna lose his power?
I don't.
See,
No, I don't think so
Your
because
power's
I
gonna
think
be
he's
there.
going to be in better shape, much more conditioned.
More durable.
Because
Yeah.
remember, Josh was so tall, and all he's going to do is just back up to the ropes. That's where Ruiz comes in. And if you're able to just bring that left hook and right hook immediately and real fast, that's how he got him last time. He can't be using the ropes, bouncing the ropes like he normally does.
See, I don't. Wow.
And I think that a better matchup for Ruiz, I think, Usyk.
Here's the thing, like going into it because Usyk was so decorated and he brought such a unique skill set from cruiser to heavyweight. How would it translate? Because these guys are so massive, so big.
Mm-hmm.
They are slimming down like Ruiz and Joshua that we're referring to, but I don't know what. Maybe because I wasn't completely impressed or completely bought in.
You don't see him beating
You
either
don't
of these
see
two?
him. Not
Hell
yet.
No.
Hell no.
Not yet.
Hell
No.
no.
Hell no.
You mean
Do you?
Usyk beating?
Do you see Usyk beating Joshua?
Nah, not right away.
in a
right
fight.
away. But like I said, for me, for a better matchup for Usyk, it'll be Ruiz.
Better?
Because a better matchup.
better-
for
I don't
him.
know.
As far as financially,
I
or-
think Ruiz is
Ruiz
I
right
think-
now financially, Ruiz making over $30 million just
No,
as
but
a
that's my
rematch.
question though. Like not financially, but as far as matchup to win, which is the easier fight to win? Because both of those guys are money.
yeah, both those guys are money. I think
I'd
Andy's
say-
all wrong for him.
I'd say he'll
though,
match
'cause-
up a lot better with Ruiz.
Think so?
For me, it'll be a much better fight.
No,
than
no, no,
Chazz.
no, I
I
mean-
just, for me, I lost a lot of interest in Anthony Joshua.
Whoa, here we go.
I don't
Whoa.
see him as that.
You just
boxer
say you
that-
don't respect him?
I respect Joshua.
Oh, wait,
He's-
were you
he's-
saying he was a fake paper champ and he's been exposed? Is that what you're saying,
Exactly.
man?
All UK fighters are
Exactly.
overrated?
Thank you for taking
Overrated.
my mouth away, my words away from my mouth. But honestly,
He's a bum.
I don't. He used to be so fast. He used to be so just focused and all of a sudden he was gone. In one fight, he's completely gone, and his confidence level is not the same. I've seen him in conferences, in interviews. He's not as relaxed as he was when he went to New York. He went sightseeing in New York, right? But I don't know. I lost trust and confidence in Joshua.
As a champion.
As a champion. I'm not saying that he's not going to fight again or attract, because he's got a lot of fans. He's still going to attract people. But as a champion, as the best in the heavyweights, there's people coming up.
So, yeah, to me,
Usyk's one of them.
I can't really see. The one that I think right now, I would think be a good matchup for Usyk right now would be Parker.
Yeah, just to see where he's at.
Yeah, just to really see where he's at.
Yeah, that's a perfect.
He can do that, or he can go to Trevor Bryan. He's another one undefeated that could possibly match win for him. 20 victories.
We'll see who they feed Usyk, man. We'll
defeated.
see if they throw a name at him and they feel pretty confident about it. But if it's some dude,
that's what I'm saying.
This time
just
Lowe's,
because you were
the
the
guy from Lowe's
undisputed champion in the cruiserweights.
Shout out to Home Depot, baby.
I mean, just because you dominated a division for so many years, all of a sudden you're moving up. I mean, you're moving up with the top dogs. I mean, you talked about early, and I'm just talking about bragging, but you talked about early football players going into boxing. We got Brandon Marshall going in from the NFL, now being a boxer, and calling out all these champions.
Well, he's like
he's doing
certifiably crazy.
Yeah,
so
it's just.
But I mean, I see where you're going
out.
with that. I mean, you have antics happen all the time. But for me, as far as like a potential real matchup that I think would be best served for Usyk to not be a one and done. If he's just trying to cash in, yeah, go ahead and take the winner, Ruiz, Joshua, and make it rain. But I think if you want to really try to work in and really establish yourself as a heavyweight, which is going to be a challenge, I say Parker. And even that's because here's another thing. Even a guy like a top 10 guy like David Price, because he's so damn big. I mean, he's like a building.
Yeah, the Syrian guy, Manuel.
That would be Chisara. I mean, there's
some good guys
there's
out
some
there.
good guys out there.
Povetkin.
Povetkin, right? That'd be a great one. That's what I'm saying. Like, people were just anointing Usyk to go, he's going to go and do the same thing.
Guys are the big boys.
The big boys
just
are
don't
big.
think that you can just come up there real quickly and
it's just like
say
any
I'm going.
division.
It's
just
you
like
have
any
to,
division.
Yeah,
They're going from 205, that's what that's the cruiserweight.
But the only difference is
anyway.
that the only problem here is that if you want to get a championship in the heavyweight division right now, you just got to fight one person.
You got to go through Andy.
You
got to
go through Andy at this particular time, and if he beats Joshua,
it's definitely gonna be Andy.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, let's just go ahead and get into it right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Usyk can't beat the top 3 guys. No way.
Like Fury, Tyson Fury's he can't beat Fury.
Tyson's
too big,
too good,
too quirky, too much of a boxer for him. No, it's just way too big.
He's way too big. And then as far
Andy's all wrong for him. I think Andy would light him up. He's just a little too fast and a little too big for him.
And I'll go ahead and say that Andy's peaking at the right time.
Oh yeah.
If
he stays in shape like he is,
he's not eating Snickers.
No,
not right now, baby.
Snickers.
It's M&Ms.
No Takis for you.
So here's another thing too, because we talk about taking that punch from a real heavyweight. We know that Andy Ruiz has a hell of a chin, right? So one thing that Usyk is great and slick as he is as a boxer, he's never really had that power as a cruiser. So what's he going to do as a heavyweight, fighting guys that are 25, 30 pounds heavier than him? That's why I'm saying, again, and I'm a Usyk groupie, if there's such a thing, which is weird and gross to say.
If he retires now, he's a Hall of Famer.
Easy, hands down, cruiserweight.
Exactly, cruiserweight.
But there's divisions for a reason, which, again, this weird experiment, if you will, has got me even more intrigued for other fights that are happening November 2nd, because this just shows me that, you can dominate a division, right? But you're in that division for a reason, and they're in that division for a reason.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now, as a man, based off what I saw, Usyk, I would like to see him fight Parker before I'd like to see him fight the winner of Ruiz, Joshua. I mean, unless you're just trying to cash in and then leave. But we talked about before on another podcast. That's not how these guys are wired. They want to establish themselves. They want a clean house. They want legacy. His legacy is going to be like, I got paid and left, because he can't beat the top 3 guys. What do you think, Hopper? Can he beat the top 3 guys?
No, I don't think he can. The last guy that went from from cruiserweight to kind of dominate, or no, did dominate, go win undisputed was Evander Holyfield.
Right.
He went from cruiserweight.
Shout out.
And
Shout out Holyfield.
He was the real deal, Holyfield. He was the real deal.
His son is making his pro day
And we have
in
right
the
now
Canelo Kovalev
his son.
undercard.
At this point, no, I can't see Usyk beating any
It's
of
too
those top
soon,
three
man. I
guys.
think-
No, way
yeah.
too soon. Don't even get me started on Deontay Wilder.
Well,
Maybe he might box him out for a little bit, but all it takes is one of those
What about this?
one of
though?
those windmills.
What about King Kong Ortiz?
I don't think he.
I can't see him even. No, King Kong.
King Kong
too
not-
big
yeah,
for
too
him.
big
He's
for him.
too big.
No.
Even though he's got diabetes and like one
And
good
is
leg,
like 70 years old.
he's gonna take his heart medicine during the round.
How old is that Cuban?
Oh, my
84
goodness.
and easily.
84 years old.
Goodness gracious.
Shout out to diabetes,
I
baby.
don't know. I just don't see right now immediately opportunity for them. I think there's a lot of hype.
We want to
in-
see where he's at.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of talk and a lot of hype about the unification between Wilder and Fury, and also coming in Ruiz and Joshua, and just be the undisputed heavyweight champion. We haven't seen that in so many years. So this is it.
All right, so here's the thing, because Manny, you're a sales guy, and if you're the promoter for Usyk, do you stay in heavyweight or you move your ass back down and dominate?
Well, you
cruiser?
dominate a cruiserweight. There's
Yeah, I
no money.
think it's
He's
a
looking for
wrap
money.
there.
He's looking for the money. If I move up one weight class, which by the way he did, and he looked good, I'm gonna make $10-15 million. And if I beat that guy, my next paydate's gonna be huge. I'm gonna gamble.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why not?
Gamble.
He's got nothing to lose. He's gonna go up. Okay.
So you
get
say
an
go all in.
opportunity.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah,
he's already cemented his
yeah.
legacy. Now he can
Yeah,
even further
exactly.
it. And
Hopper, what would you do? What do you think you should do? Go back down and like
no, that's you gotta move up. You gotta definitely
put your chips in the table.
Gotta go all
So
in.
do you think he'd really close business with everyone in the
Yeah,
cruiserweight?
it's a wrap. He
All right.
put a ball on it. It's his division. He's the king. Now he's moving on to different challenges, which Sean's boy should probably do. Triple G. Triple G doesn't want to.
Hey, come on! Shout out to Triple G,
Oh,
baby.
shots, well, I had a shot. I had to take one
Yeah.
shot.
Hashtag washed up. Okay.
Hashtag middleweight for life.
Stay that
Okay,
middleweight
so-
forever.
One division champion.
Hey, it's still impressive. Come on, guys. Back me up here. Spider. Spider.
Oh,
So I
but
have to
no.
ask real quick before we end this podcast, episode 11. Once. Ding, ding, ding. Which of the top three guys, Manny, do you think that he could beat? Like right now, you had to put your money on who could Usyk beat out of the top three guys?
Out of the top three,
And we include Deontay in there.
yeah,
Deontay
yeah,
Wilder?
you include
Yeah.
Deontay.
Four.
Well,
We'll put
four
four.
because we got Fury too. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Fury out of the question. Nothing there. Deontay Wilder, no, I don't think he can
Way
beat
too
Deontay
big.
Can't
Wilder.
tell he
Way
can't
too
handle the
big.
power?
Andy Ruiz. He's the same level size. It's just Ruiz is a natural heavyweight. That's why I think that he will probably match a lot better, and he will have a much better opportunity
You're going to make a
than
lot of money
fighting-
with that fight,
than
too.
fighting Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua. They're too big of a guy for Usyk.
No, that's fair.
But having said that, I think Anthony Joshua's blueprint is out there. Who knows? If Joshua loses to Ruiz, that could be the opportunity, the door for Usyk. That's
There's a reason he wants him that bad.
and that's why, because he knows he was exposed already.
There you guys go.
They
You guys
fight
know
the same.
something.
They got the same style. If you look
Hopper,
at Ruiz,
help me out.
If you look at Ruiz and you look at Usyk, they have the same style of boxing that is very uncomfortable for people like Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. I can guarantee you that if Wilder and Ruiz fight, Ruiz is going to perform well because it's the same style as Joshua.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Hopper, what do you say?
Interesting
So out of
nuggets.
those top four, the four horsemen, and then you're the promoter for Usyk, who do you want to get that money?
To get the belt, the easiest path to a belt, I think it'd probably have to be AJ, because
You guys do not respect
Deontay
AJ.
is a little too.
Spider.
No, and the thing about AJ is that you can go dating back to his days in the Olympics. You can make a case he lost all those fights. They just happen to
Damn.
be.
Well,
They just happen to be in London, you know. Oh, they're the hosts, you know. They wanted to, and he's been carefully maneuvered, carefully promoted. Ran into Andy Ruiz, a boxer who boxed all his life, and lit him up.
Yeah.
So I think
Hashtag
and there's a
exposed.
reason. There's a reason he wants him that bad. When asked post fight, who does he want? AJ, no hesitation. nothing.
Nothing.
Knew who he
He
wants.
knows.
So
He
with
knows.
That, so with that being said, if that fight is announced, let's say, for example, that instead of taking the winner, which I think we're all kind of on the same page for December 7th, going to be Andy Ruiz. Shout out
Ruiz.
Even though he's going to win that second fight,
He
let's say that
will.
Usyk takes the loser. If he takes Joshua,
Oh, I'd love
That's
to see
the
it.
entrance.
I would love
But
to see
for
it.
the money wise, if you're asking me as a promoter, for the money wise, I'll take the winner, and that's going to be Ruiz. But to get more experience on the heavyweight, to test yourself, go ahead and test yourself with Anthony Joshua. Because if you beat Joshua, you can definitely beat Deontay Wilder, and you can definitely make a good
Well,
fight against Ruiz.
if Andy wins, and I think he will against
Me too.
AJ, I think Eddie Hearn's gonna be forced to throw Usyk at him because remember the ties.
Yeah.
Andy's PBC tied, PBC affiliated. He's not gonna let him leave.
And you know that Wilder after Luis
Yes,
Ortiz
they
coming
got-
up,
they got
he's gonna
fights they
fight.
can
He's
make
gonna
over there,
fight.
so I think
the Gypsy.
Eddie's gonna do everything he can to get those belts back onto the zone or somehow, and Usyk's gonna have to step up because I do. If the reports are true, Eddie Hearn does have options on Andy. It's the only way he fought. He was accepted to fight. So I think he's gonna try his best to keep
Yeah.
those belts away from the PBC.
which is smart, right?
Indeed, yeah,
So
exactly.
it sounds like we're kind of all in agreement. I would say that I would take Joshua too because of the UK fan base. You're going to get Matchroom. They're going to throw money at
Money.
you, right? And that
Mhm.
would be an unbelievable fight.
And we're gonna
Yes,
be there.
and you could do it in the UK. His friend Lomachenko just fought in the UK
Exactly.
with
And
Campbell,
he has
and
a
he
lot
loved it. And he
a
said
lot
and
of fans,
He said he
Ukrainian
was
fans out
he
there.
said he was impressed by the not only the knowledge of the UK fans,
Yeah.
but how passionate they are.
Oh, they're the best.
Usyk's gonna he saw that, he was at the fight. He even jumped in the ring with Lomachenko afterwards. So I think that's probably why he wants it as well. You know, he
Well, I
wants
mean,
to
yeah, that and
experience it.
yeah, exactly. I think the blueprint's out. I think that will be a best match for if you just want to enter into the heavyweights or if you want cash, a lot of cash, you can fight Ruiz, but that ain't happening. You know what the funny thing is? I was just laughing. We're talking about options in the heavyweight.
That's exciting. That is
I love
I
it.
mean,
Well, that's what I was going to
named
say.
like-
guys.
you named like 10 guys that he could
damn, it's
fight.
like finally the
It's
heavyweights.
It's another intrigue storyline,
Oh,
right?
no more
man,
Chazz
I grew
Witherspoon,
up on the
though.
heavyweights.
No. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. Like, no more.
No more Chazz
Home
Witherspoon.
Depot,
No more
yeah.
Pinkle
Please.
Witherspoon. No more
The taxi
no
driver's
spoons.
son.
No Clarence
no
Witherspoon.
forks. No.
All right, so here's the thing, guys. Episode 11 in the book. Seems like we're all on the same page. Real quick, that Usyk is another interesting, exciting one to watch. He's not going to clear house, but he's in the house. We can't wait to see his next fight.
Indeed.
We're so excited. We're so excited for you guys to continue to follow us. This is episode 11.
11.
Baby.
Shout. LongLiveBoxing out.
Fuera.
Que nunca muera en vivo.